Heat saw was the Spurs hitting shot after shot after shot. San Antonio practically couldn't miss in the first half. They shot a record 76% from the field in those first 24 minutes. The other big story of the night, the unexpected stars for the Spurs. The big one, Kawhi Leonard, mostly known for his defense, but he scored a career-high 29 points, all while playing effective defense against LeBron James. Today, LeBron said the film study was tough, but he needed to keep an open mind.
Don't talk back to the coach's house on. Let him make his point, no matter if he's right or wrong, and you just live with it and move on. And that's the #1 key. I've learned that over the years.
It's all about film study for the Heat. Miami taking a good look at what they did wrong in Game 3, and there is plenty to study. One of the key areas is going to try to be stop Kawhi Leonard. That's right, he scored 29 points, so most he's ever scored in a game since high school. Leonard setting the hot shooting tone early for the Spurs with 16 first-quarter points. San Antonio looked like simply they could not miss, and for a while they didn't miss. Coach Spoelstra said today the Heat need to keep a level head despite the adversity.
You don't want to get caught up in the wild swings of exaggeration between each game. It's competition. It's elite competition. So you have to figure out how you're going to win the next competition. The next competition is tomorrow night. We're not compounding it. A win tomorrow night. However we get the job done, now it changes. And then you have to deal with that mentality and managing those emotions.
Right out of the gates, the Spurs simply could not miss. They hit all those shots. It seemed like every shot. When the first half was over, San Antonio shot 76% from the field. Now, the other big story was the unexpected stars for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard, a guy known mostly for his defense, scored a career-high 29 points, all while still playing good D on LeBron James. Teammate Dwayne Wade said today that tough days like this, today having to watch all the film and try to process it as part of trying to win an NBA championship.
It's never a, kind of a great moment. Even when you win, you got to move on and try to get to the next game. And when you lose, it seems like you've done everything wrong. And so you come in and you learn. You have to come in and learn and take your ego out of it, especially when you play as bad as we did from the start yesterday.
Also having fun with that, but it's clear that Chalmers isn't having much fun right now in this series. He's scored a grand total of 10 points in 3 games in these NBA Finals. He's made only 3 out of his 12 shots, and he hasn't scored in double figures in the playoffs since Game 2 of the Brooklyn series. Chalmers has often been treated as the little brother among Heat players. You can often see LeBron James or Dwayne Wade yelling at him during a game. And LeBron says maybe it's time for some more tough love.
As a leader, I'm going to give him as much confidence as I can. I'm going to stay on him. And obviously, maybe I need to get back on him like I used to do in the past.
It was close. It was hard to tell. It looked like it was exaggerated. And if it's exaggerated in my world, you're...
But he can't lose confidence in himself. That's the #1 thing. And as teammates, we'll make sure we keep him up.
We got our kick.
Chris Bosh getting right to the heart of the matter for the Heat.
You're never comfortable, and you just try to learn from your mistakes that you made in the previous game.
The Heat certainly did not look comfortable last night against the Spurs in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio blitzed Miami early and often, hitting shot after shot after shot.
We did not play a good basketball game. All of us have owned that. It doesn't matter ultimately how many you lose by or what the game is like. You got to learn from it, move on. The next game is an opportunity.
But before that opportunity, Miami had a long and painful film session going through all of their mistakes. No matter how tough it was to take, trying to own to their mistakes.
Don't talk back to the coach's house on. Let him make his point, no matter if he's right or wrong, and you just live with it and move on. And that's the #1 key. I've learned that over the years.
The one thing about this time of the year, it's never a, kind of a great moment. Even when you win, you got to move on and try to get to the next game. And when you lose, it seems like you've done everything wrong.